Hi everybody, welcome to my 100% collectibles guide for the treasures in Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. This will be Uncharted 1, Drake's Fortune. So we're in chapter 2 right now, right at the very beginning, where you're walking around with Sully. And the very first treasure here is behind that rock. Inca earring. So you'll get a lot of the same treasures. I think there's maybe, probably, I'd say 10 in total. And then they split 10 between 60 with gold, silver, and whatnot. So a little further on here, you're supposed to go right. If you go left there like I just did, there's a little treasure here behind this tree. And it's a silver monkey. There are 3 more treasures in this chapter. So here you're supposed to shoot that barrel and create a bridge. But instead, if you go over to the left here, you'll see there's a treasure behind this pillar. There's a gold ring. That's 3 out of 5 treasures for Chapter 2. So a little further on again, you drop down into a water hole, and Drake will say a little bit about getting wet. Climb out, and you're supposed to climb left, but instead go right there, and you'll see a silver llama with what looks like a little silver butthole. Not sure why exactly they do that. Maybe it's like an ashtray or something. Anyway, continuing on. So this is just after a big cutscene featuring El Dorado. You get your golden Inca cup. So enjoy that one. Very pretty golden Inca cup. So now in chapter 3, there are 2 treasures here. The first one is just on these pillars. You want to just jump across them instead of heading up a path. And on this last pillar is a silver turtle. That's 6 treasures. Only times that by 10, we'll be there. So now further on in the chapter, you're climbing up this rock wall, or what have you, and you'll see a little treasure up here. If you go right instead of left, it'll be the gold Torina, whatever you might call that. So now on the U-boat that you're supposed to be getting into, instead of climbing into the U-boat, you head along to the end of it, and there's a treasure. There's a turquoise Inca earring. I think that's the second Inca earring now we found. So in the next chapter, after you've gone on a little plane ride, as soon as you drop down, if you just turn around, that tree I just went to is that next treasure. A little further on, when you see that waterfall, instead of going toward it, you want to go left, and here'll be a silver fish charm. That's the first fish charm we found. So there's a little gunfight here after you cross this log, but if you go back across, go to the left here, you'll see the gold frog. Yeah, little guy was waiting for you. So again, another gunfight, and you're supposed to go right there, but instead if you go here where there are a few guys spawning out of, head over to this corner, and bam, gold earring. Or ring, sorry. It could be an earring. It could be either or. So another gunfight here. You have to climb up and go around. If you just go over here, where some guys were spawning a little earlier in the fight, there's a silver ring. So another gunfight there. This area is just a wall, but if you go over to it, find a golden jaguar. That's 14 out of 60 treasures now. Almost a quarter of the way there. So there you're supposed to jump across the logs, but instead head down into the hole, and there'll be a silver Inca vessel. A lot of interesting design there. So after another gunfight, and you find your map and the destroyed plane, go through that door to the right, and there's a golden toothpick. So here is just before a firefight, but if you actually duck to the right here, and head down, there's a treasure amongst these rocks. And it's a little hidden, as you can tell by my inability to find it right away, but... Oh, wait. What was that? I see something shiny. Yeah, silver bird vessel. There's 17 out of 60 treasures. So now after a couple gunfights there, you can go up to this area, and you're supposed to go right, but if you head left, and up this little hill, there's your silver Inca earring. I almost got enough to get a complete set. So now we're up on a secret treasure here, actually. So this is after a gunfight. You come out of the area just below where that is. And if you climb up here, you'll find the strange relic. Kudos to anyone who has played the game and knows where that's from. And yeah, so there's your strange relic, which screws up. Just going to say the calculation on the treasures, there's now going to be 61 we need to find in total. So don't stop at 60. There's still that last one, remember that. So this is in the same area, just a little bit on the edge wall. You go along to those little towers and there'll be that silver jaguar. So this is just before a gunfight. If you head down into these little alcoves with the grates, you'll find this gold mosaic Inca earring. It's like the gold earring, but it's mosaic. So right here you actually have to defeat a guy and take a grenade launcher. But if you hold off and grab this golden spoon, no one will blame you for that. So up here you're just kind of going along the walls, but if you head behind this giant tree, find your silver Inca mask, marking the 23rd treasure. And the same area just down below, near this grate, you don't have to go to, but check it out, because there's your Spanish silver coin. So this is after another big gunfight, with a turret and all that jazz. You're heading down these stairs and you're supposed to go left, but of course check the little alcove to the right. Can't forget our 25th treasure. So this is where you're supposed to be going to continue the game. You climb up here, but you're supposed to go right and climb around, but instead go left in between these little inconspicuous bushes. And there's a treasure in the corner, a gold llama. Another gold butthole llama. Again, I'm not, see, I don't know why. Anyway, Elena doesn't know either. So now a little further on, after a big cutscene and chase, you get into this area, and there's that decorative silver ring right at the start to the right of the beginning of that chapter. So this is a little bit further after a gunfight. There'll be a bazooka guy and a couple other guys. You know, the usual. Check the corner of that area, and there's your silver frog. It's a little bit further on. You can see there's a door to continue on the chapter, but if you head over here, there's your golden fish charm. And so now this part, you're supposed to help Elena and open the door there, but if we make her wait just a little bit, we can get this golden brooch, which I'm sure she'll appreciate in the long run. So that's 30. We're about halfway there, not including the hidden treasure, of course. So now here you're just in a big gunfight, but if you check around on the second floor, there's your silver belt buckle. I'm sure Drake will end up wearing that eventually. A little further on in this chapter, check out the staircases where some enemies have spawned, and just up here, what seems like a dead end, actually has a Spanish coin, which I guess would go well with the earlier Spanish gold coin you would have collected in the game. So further on, this is just before a cutscene on the rope bridge. You want to head down this one staircase and find the silver Spanish chalice. I don't have much to say about that. So here we go. Two guys. You want to take this guy out stealthily, or loud, it doesn't matter, and then shoot that guy in the head like a boss. And then go over here, and there's a treasure behind this little box. Yeah, gold coatimundi. I really hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not, though. So a little further on, I believe this is chapter 13. You want to head over to the left. You can go to the right and go take out those guys you might have just seen. But if you head across into the water, you can just sneak around and get the golden turtle on your way. The extra effort is worth it, believe me. So you can head up the staircase, or jump down like I just did, and under said bridge and staircase is a silver Inca cup. It's a very nice Inca cup. So a little further on, that doorway Drake just ran through was actually one you have to blow up to allow Elena through. But if you check out that little corner alcove with the walls and that, you'll find that cross. So right here is a big firefight that you're supposed to get into, but if you quickly jump the railing over here and dodge those bullets and grenade fire, you can grab yourself a silver toothpick, marking the 38th collected treasure. The same area with a firefight. Of course, you probably want to take out the guys at that point. Check around the corners of the area, and near some rubble here, find this golden Spanish chalice. And then in the same area, if you head down right over here, which you'll actually come to later on in the game, but you know, why not deal with it now? We'll head down this little alcove here, and it is a dead end, but you know, be persistent and check the rubble piles. I know it's somewhere around here. Just believe me, I know. Just trust me. There it is, under that little alcove, which also tags you the professional treasure hunter trophy. So congratulations on that. So this is just before a cutscene and the next chapter, after you have to do a couple puzzles. You'll head down into the last room, and on the left side of that room, from the torch puzzle you're supposed to be dealing with, will be that treasure. So obviously chapter 14 here, going underground, we'll find the golden Inca vessel right at the start of the chapter to the right of the first staircase. And they got gold buttocks. So continuing on, this is just before another firefight. You can head up the stairs or head left here and grab a golden skull. Halo, anyone? No, this doesn't grant you a perk, but hey, it looks nice in your inventory, so why not? So just after that firefight, you'll climb up here into the church area, but if you take a quick U-turn, you'll find a silver snuff box hidden in the corner. So a little further on after the church, you'll be back into the catacombs, and looking behind these tombs, you'll find a silver Spanish goblet. So this is just after a cutscene with a couple of the main protagonists of the game. Just before heading through that doorway, take a quick right, you'll find your first silver ingot. And only silver ingot, because every other ingot is different. So here you'll find a door with a couple switches. Before doing any of that, though, turn around and bam! Gold and ruby Inca mask. Almost missed that guy. So this is just at the start of the next chapter. You'll find a gold Inca figurine to the left of where you're supposed to go, just in a corner with the bushes. So this is after a little talk with Sully. You'll find this golden bird vessel. Just check around the corners, and this is after going back into the church on the top floor. These two guys here, hanging out with their shotguns. And you go into their little room, bam, gold Spanish goblet, 50 of 60 treasures snagged. Take what you will. So at the end of that section, you'll head in here, and you can go left to continue, but stop and go right to get the jeweled golden cross. So we're almost there now. So a little further on, just out of that that scene, head behind another one of these tombs, and you'll find the silver skull. Probably want to try and take out some of these guys before doing this. I didn't, and I regretted it many times. This is just before you go into the big cutscene. You want to take a right from the doorway you're supposed to go into. There'll be that mask. So this area with the Roman numerals. So if you saw which one that was, you want to see right there. There's a 1. So you want to head up this staircase, up this way, all the way to the end. Bam! Treasure, silver cup and cover. One more here, just at the traps. Instead of going through the traps, you can take this left, jump over, bam. Bob's your uncle, you got this jeweled silver brooch. That's 55 of 60 treasures, folks. Or 55 of 61. So that was a hard one to get. You actually want to jump that railing and get to this treasure. If you can find an easier way of doing that, kudos to you, but that's the way I did it. So here in the maze of bullcrap, you want to kill a couple guys. This is in a dead end, but you'll find the gold monkey figurine. There'll be 2 of those little zombie dudes guarding it, so keep an eye out for that. Another firefight with all the zombies, or whatever you want to call them, and the main mercenaries. Hop over these guys, and bam! Golden sea dragon pendant. And that's the only sea dragon pendant in the game. It's pretty important.
Sully, are you there?
So this is right at the start of the chapter. There should be a little talk with Drake there right now. And if you turn around instead of continuing on, bam, there's your gold ingot. marking 59 of 61 treasures. Remember that last one, guys. So this is right near the end. You're with Scully and Mulder, and you're with Sully, and you gotta find that treasure just behind another tombstone, and bam! 61, marking Master Thief Collection, the Sapphire mask just behind that little totem. So there you go, guys. That's 61 treasures in total. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I had fun making it, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Uncharted.
Duh.